Hey Alphas, and welcome back. Mystery, Stalker, and of course Tidal all have colossal alphas to embody their classification, but what if there were even more alpha species, each dominating the other classes? That's right, in today's video we're diving into making new alpha dragons, from sneaky agile strike behemoths to towering bouldering beasts and more. I'm my 4 phases, and with that said, let's explore that possibility. The Boulder class. So first up is one of my favourites. I kept the best for first and last, so make sure to stick around. When designing Cragcrusher, we drew inspiration from the raw, rugged power of the Boulder class dragons, like the Quaking, Grunkle, Eruptodon, etc., but still wanting a long tail to go with the Whispering Death and Screaming Death family. The idea was to create a dragon that not only blends with its camouflage with rocky surroundings, but we envisioned Cragcrusher as a dormant guardian, camouflaged as part of the natural landscape, until its immense power is needed. Before we finalise the design, which you'll see very shortly, this alpha probably had the biggest range of ideas and concepts to it. We had varying designs that all looked cool but felt were either closer to some other classes or too far-fetched for the Boulder class. So I'm personally happy with the final design we chose, but if you like the others, then I don't blame you, as so do I. But nevertheless, the design we chose was, drumroll please, the Cragcrusher, the mighty Boulder class alpha. Lay deep in slumber beneath the giant crystal spire throne in the hidden world, this colossal dragon, covered in impenetrable rocky scales, had been a silent guardian, undisturbed and at peace. However, the tranquility was shattered when a usurper sought to seize the alpha ship from Toothless. Awoken by the disturbance, Cragcrusher emerged from its hidden lair, shaking the earth with each step. Its body, armoured entirely, shaked as it moved with deliberate power. Hiccup documented in the Book of Dragons. The ground trembled and the air was filled with a deep rumble as the Cragcrusher rose. Its eyes glowing with ancient wisdom, scanned the intruder with a mix of wrath and authority. The key to recognising Cragcrusher is the profound silence that precedes its awakening. Hiccup notes, the only warning we had was a sudden stillness, as if the earth itself was holding its breath. This behemoth's camouflage is unparalleled, blending seamlessly with the rocky formations, making it virtually invisible when at rest. Even Toothless with his keen senses found it challenging to detect Cragcrusher until it was fully awake. Hiccup describes this dragon as a monumental force of nature, impossible to ignore once in motion, yet nearly undetectable when dormant. I really hope you like this design, because I thought for a Boulder class dragon this kind of works a lot, but I can't stick around on one dragon for the whole video, so let's move on to the Tracker class. The Tracker class. When designing Pathfinder, we aim to create a dragon that embodies the exceptional tracking abilities of the Tracker class whilst also having a nurturing side. Drawing inspiration from the rugged, formidable appearance of the Red Death, as it shares similarities to the Tracker class family, which all have stocky builds, but there's also 2 other alpha dragons from different classes that are also in the green Red Death family, so I wanted to add another. Who doesn't like a trio, right? Just me? Oh. We combined it with the sensory capabilities of the Rumblehorn and Deadly Nadder, whilst also sharing a similar head crest to the Nadder. Overall, we envision Pathfinder as a dragon that could act as a world compass, guiding lost dragons home with its superior senses. But enough with its designs, it's time to reveal the Pathfinder, the formidable Tracker class alpha. It combines the sheer size and power of a behemoth with the keen tracking abilities and agility of a predator. Its scales are a deep, menacing shade, and its body is adorned with formidable spines and horns, a testament to its fearsome heritage. Roaming the dense forests and rugged terrains, but also the canyons, Pathfinder's senses are always on high alert. Known for its unrivaled tracking abilities, this dragon can locate any target with unerring precision. Hiccup in his detailed records proudly added Pathfinder to the Book of Dragons, highlighting its exceptional skills and imposing presence. He notes, the first hint of Pathfinder's presence, Hiccup writes, is the eerie silence that falls over the forest. Its steps are deliberate, each one causing the ground to tremble slightly. Pathfinder's signature attack is a titanium metal spewage blast, a devastating projectile that can pierce through the toughest armor and fortifications. This powerful ability makes it a formidable opponent, feared all by who encounter it. However, Pathfinder's role extends beyond being a relentless tracker. Much like the wildebeest, it takes on a fostering role, guiding lost dragons home with its unparalleled vision and keen sense of smell. Acting as a world compass, Pathfinder ensures the safety and cohesion of the dragonkind, a silent guardian in the wild. Its camouflage is its ability to blend into dense foliage and the evening shade of the rocks during the night, its scales mimicking the colours and textures of its surroundings. Hiccup notes, only the most observant can detect Pathfinder before it strikes. Its mastery of stealth and tracking is unmatched. Hiccup describes the alpha as the ultimate hunter, relentless and powerful, nearly impossible to evade once it sets its sights on you. yet it also serves as a guiding light for the lost, a true compass of the wild. All today's art has been made by JUNROSSA. If we can all give him a round of applause and go support or view his other artworks, and that encourages him to keep making amazing art. His details are on screen now, but it's time for the sharp class. The sharp class. Designing Blade Wing involved combining the agility and sharpness of the sharp class dragons with a visually striking appearance. We drew inspiration from the sleek lines of the Stormcutter to the colours of the Razor Whip, mostly choosing to favour the Razor Whip as an inspiration as it shares the most characteristics that embody the sharp class. We envisioned a dragon that dominates the skies with both beauty and lethal precision. The wings were designed to be large and also timberjack-like, emphasising its commanding presence and flight. This dragon had the least amount of revisions and concepts as we were pretty set on what we were going to go for, but let's reveal the Blade Wing. The awe-inspiring Sharp Class Alpha soars with a blend of majestic Stormcutter grace with the lethal precision of the Razor Wing and the vast wingspan of the Timberjack. This gigantic dragon with its wings that slice through the sky commands the heavens with an imposing presence. Blade Wing resides atop the highest peaks, its lair an impenetrable fortress of jagged rocks and sharp cliffs. It remains vigilant, overseeing its domain with keen eyes that miss nothing. Hiccup in his meticulous chronicles eagerly included this alpha in the Book of Dragons, remarking its unparalleled aerial prowess and commanding presence. The first sign of Blade Wing's presence Hiccup notes is the eerie whistle of wind being cut by its immense wings. Its silhouette against the sky is both a warning and a marvel. Blade Wing's wings lined with razor-sharp edges reflect the sunlight in a dazzling array of colours, creating a rainbow glare that blinds anyone who dares to look at it directly. This brilliant display not only adds to its majestic appearance, but also serves as a blinding defense mechanism. Hiccup adds, the most ironic part of the dragon is its colourful display. However, it's still lethal and precise and can very well be stealthy if it needs to be, which makes it a formidable presence. Hiccup describes this alpha as the embodiment of the sharp class, lethal, majestic and dominant in the air. There is no equal in its class. But that was the sharp class, but now it's time for the strike class. The strike class. Creating Silent Wing involves blending the sleek agility of the Nightfury with the raw power of the Skrill. The goal was to craft a dragon that could dominate the skies with stealth and precision. We focused on its wing patterns, ensuring they mimicked stormy clouds to make it nearly invisible at night. The design also included elements that would allow for swift, deadly strikes from above. Though before we finalised the design, JUNROSSA and I had another design for this dragon, which is on screen now, but ultimately we felt using the early version of the Skrill concept was the best way to go, as we thought it was going to look more believably related to the strike class dragons. But it's now time to show off this dragon. The Silent Wing. The elusive strike class alpha rules the skies with a blend of elegance and deadly precision. The skybound predator is a formidable mix of the Skrill's ferocity and the Nightfury's agility, embodying the best traits of both species. This dragon thrives above the clouds. With a rare desire to touch the ground, Silent Wing circles the skies, feeding and metabolizing on an endless supply of unsuspecting dragons. Hiccup noted in his scriptures, gladly adding the Silent Wing to the Book of Dragons, the key to noticing this dragon is vigilance. Hiccup writes, the only reason Toothless and I noticed this behemoth was a subtle change in the clouds, a slight draft and a blurry glint of the dragon's wing silhouette. Silent Wing's wings, with their underside matching the patterns found in stormy clouds, range from hues from dark to bright. At night, however, this dragon becomes nearly impossible to spot. Its wings blend seamlessly with the dark, stormy sky, rendering it virtually invisible. Hiccup recounts a harrowing encounter. One stormy night, Toothless and I were nearly snatched from the sky. Silent Wing dive-bombed us with such precision that we barely escaped. We only sensed its presence because of a sudden shift of the wind and a brief faint glint of the moonlight reflecting its wings. Even Toothless, with his agility and speed, finds Silent Wing a formidable presence. In the air, Hiccup describes this alpha as an embodiment of the strike class, lethal, majestic, and dominant. There is no equal, even putting Toothless to his match. But that was all the dragons we had to talk about today, so it's time for the outro. And there you have it, alphas. We made and discovered new alpha species in the archipelago and uncovered their untold stories. I honestly hope you enjoyed these designs me and JUNROSSA made. Make sure to check him out, his details are on screen now. Of course, to make these videos it costs me money, so if you want to help support the channel, then I have both a Patreon and a membership for the channel. But if you can't, then that's okay by me. But you can help by hitting the subscribe button, turning on post notifications, and whilst you're at it, give the video a like and allow others to see these awesome dragons. Sharing with friends is also an option. If you're captivated by the alphas in today's video, then be sure to check out the dedicated video on alpha species. Until next time, keep your eyes to the skies, your hearts brave, and your imagination soaring, and of course, happy dragon training.